City Groups, this video is brought to you by City Groups. Grow with your group. We're so glad you're in the groups and with us this week. Here's a couple things we've gone over. This is the message, week 3 of the kingdom, and it's kind of the second part of the message about the broader story of rule in the Bible as opposed to redemption. Redemption's in the story of rule, but the broader story of rule helps us, kind of brings us through some things. So this week we talked about the fact that this was Plan A modified, that Jesus or God originally was, I'm the king, and I put my images in the garden to image me. Man usurps that in the garden. Man usurps that in the Kings and the Chronicles, where they don't want Jesus to be king. They want a theocracy. They want a monarchy. So God gives it to them. They make a mess of it. And now God's going to take Plan A and bring it back modified. And that means that God is going to come to earth. He's going to be flesh. He's going to die for our sins and redeem back for him a people for himself. And so as we think about that message, just trying to jog your memory a little bit, here's a few questions that we'd like for you to ask in your city groups today. First of all, how did Christ fix man's monarchy mess? Man, what's with the M's during this series? But I just give you a hint, it's Plan A modified. Maybe I already gave you a little bit too much of that information, but let's discuss that story of the Bible. Tell it to each other, the A modified story of the Bible. Talk about it a little bit and be comfortable and just maybe, what is this about? Why is it a kingdom framework for the scriptures? And just let's be comfortable in discussing that or sharing with someone what that is. Plan A, Plan B modified. Number 2, what 3 words do we say describe our kingdom mission? As we begin to see the kingdom take place and we understand the story of history, we understand the story of life, there are 3 words that play out here that we said specifically are part of this. This is not Wheel of Fortune or Hangman, it's not the exact dashes here, but they just start with C, D, and H to kind of jog your memory, because I'd hate for you to have to go back through the Facebook video and actually find these. So maybe someone wrote them down. Hopefully you can have them there. And number 3, does the kingdom thinking and imagery change how you view discipleship? What it means to follow Jesus. And we sort of asked this question last week, maybe in a different way, but just thinking as I understand more about Jesus as the King of my life, what does it mean to follow him and my involvement with the things that he's doing? Like Matthew 28 says, the disciples teach them, or go and teach them what the things I've commanded you. And so what did Jesus teach, and how do we actually be a follower of Jesus Christ? I'm not going to tell you these words, but John 3 is a good verse if you'd like to look at some scriptures when you get here. John 3:3 for this one. And then this one right here is 1 Peter 2, 9 through 12. Like, I'll mention these in church, but I won't say a whole lot about them. So maybe there's a place for you to dig down a little deeper in there and think about that. And then for this one is Titus 2, 11 through 14, and also 1 John 3, 1 through 3. Those are some verses maybe that can kind of help you guys get thinking here for week 3 of our King and his kingdom.